like wrestling.
Hey everyone, welcome to the We Like Wrestling podcast. I'm Darren. I'm here with Justin.
Hey.
Joe.
Yo.
John.
Hey, everybody.
You can't say hey if I say hey.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
Triple H, man. He's been in charge for 3 weeks.
Has it been that long?
And Justin has watched
No,
for
it's more than 3 weeks. Was it?
About 3
I have
weeks.
watched 3 weeks worth of Raw. I've watched 3 weeks of a product that I haven't seen in 2 years.
And it's getting better.
It's good. It's not like
It's watchable.
it's watchable. I like that they're throwing things in. Like Drew like you don't go in going, "Oh, you're going to see AJ Styles and
Bobby Lashley.
Omos for 3 weeks in a row." But AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley one time and that's it. They're not feuding. That's just a match.
And
I want your belt. I'm wrestling you for a belt. You're a champion.
speaking
Two
of
faces,
wrestling,
yeah.
Drew
No,
McIntyre.
don't get all fucking high and mighty over there. He said wrestling and a wrestling. I popped. I did.
Yeah, Vince didn't like those words, and now people say wrestlers.
Kevin, again, it's a fun little. Here's just two guys having a match.
Can you tell Triple H is in charge? Kevin Owens is out there doing his thing.
And he's also guys back like Hit Row and all them.
So Hit Row is back.
Carrion is the big one.
Cross is back.
Dexter
Io
Lewis.
Dexter.
No, you don't know. What's
He's
No,
not back
on
officially.
Instagram it says Dexter.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they called him Dexter Lewis. And last night on NXT, apparently Indy Hartwell got a letter from Dexter that says Index on it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
on
she
the
was
back
like
of the
shocked, but
drawing
it
of the
didn't
two of
tell
them.
what it was, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
So-
officially he's not under contract. So this kayfabe
But
thing
It
is going.
seems like
Yeah.
it seems like they're doing retribution. And I said this in our group chat. I am tired of takeover, which I know buzzword for NXT also, but I'm tired of takeover stables or factions. NWO and DX, even though DX didn't take over, you're never gonna top those. So like I just get bad memories of Nexus, what it became. Started off hot, then went
Right.
nowhere. Retribution started off mild. I wouldn't say hot.
It should have been.
It
better.
could have been,
Yeah.
but this is what Retribution should have been. If they do what I said, where it's a whole list of guys and girls who either got released or didn't get used well because they got called up and got shit on by Vince McMahon. Not naming names.
they won't be able to either.
Yeah, they could say like the old regime or something kept us down. And you could call out like Bruce Pritchard and you could call out Michael Doot Hayes.
Bailey's group is kind of like that, I guess.
Yeah, so it's another guys. You didn't mention Io Shirai, and who
Oh,
was
get
Io
ready
Sky,
to.
Io Sky
And Dakota Kai.
and Dakota Kai, who was gone. Io Shirai supposedly had one foot out the door,
She was still on the roster, but she was like never on TV.
and she was apparently on the verge of asking for her release.
And Dakota was gone.
Dakota was gone.
Yeah.
Cross was gone. Dexter was gone.
But
Scarlett.
Hit Row was gone.
If you're talking about carrying, Scarlett was gone
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
Scarlett. Yeah.
Triple H is starting to bring back his NXT people.
I do.
I'm
glad
it's-
for Hit Row because they didn't get a fair shot.
But are
last
they
time.
going to do anything without
But-
Swerve?
I was gonna say
Yeah,
they lost a key member.
Yeah, he was the talker of that group.
He's
wasn't
the guy. He's the one. He's the one that everybody wanted to see. Everybody wanted to hear. I hope Tony
They're-
Khan
they're-
signs some long-term
he was
contracts.
the leader, and the other guys were like.
I think when they
They-
sign, it's a 4-year, like a football thing where it's like a 4-year and then like,
Well,
I'm just glad because they were there.
How
what, like a
ironclad
week?
do you think those contracts are though for AEW?
yeah.
I've seen stuff that said that they WWE was really big. They're really big on that top dollar kid. Like they see a lot in him.
Of course, that's the
so-
bigger one. Is he the bigger one?
Yeah.
Do they come back as faces or heels?
Faces
don't
is more
know.
like
They
a
wrestle
tag,
jobbers,
that's
so
a
it's hard to
free-
tell.
And I know this is playing into Vince's hand of take the black guys, put them with the black guys, but top dollar.
This is like
Well-
prime time.
Well, no, hold on.
Not exactly.
Top
but-
dollar. Well, Hit Row in general. If Dawkins or Ford left Street Profits, and align themselves with Hit Row as a heel, that's a perfect transition.
And it's like
Yeah.
the swerve roll, like the
Right.
leader.
Which
It's
I
a
actually,
perfect transition.
I actually think Dawkins would be the better fit to.
I think Ford would be the better fit to heel manage or heel lead a team.
Montez would be the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think
Dawkins
is
would be
much
the
of a talker.
follower.
Or they could just merge them both together. You think that one's going to turn on the other, and they end up just turning heel and aligning themselves with Hit Row.
There's rumors going around saying that WWE reached out to a currently signed AEW person,
There have been. I have not clicked on them. I'm so tired of the fucking internet. I really am.
but there's no names, but said AEW talent told TK and management about it and said that they're happy in AEW. It was a former WWE person.
Well,
So
My
they
first thought was
are-
Jericho.
roster.
My first thought was Jericho for some
Do
reason.
you think that Jericho would be somebody that Hunter would bring in? I don't.
Or do you think it's Keith Lee?
Yo, fuck Keith Lee. So Keith Lee, when Gunther was getting called up, wrote, "I feel sorry for Gunther."
Walter,
Walter,
whatever,
yeah. And now it's like, well, he was getting a push under Vince. You fucked up by not caring when you got up there. Walter and what's his name?
The guy that's with him?
Yeah.
Marcel.
Marcel. Yeah.
What's his name now? They changed his name.
Oh, he got a name
Ludwig
change too.
Something.
Ludwig.
Ludwig, yeah.
Something,
whatever.
Something racist.
So they put in the work. They were like, fuck it. We got our opportunity. We're going to, like, have you seen them? They look amazing. And did you see the match with Nakamura? That's like New Japan style
I heard
shit.
it was good.
And
That's New Japan. That's what we want. He doesn't need to feud with Nakamura, but you give us that shit. That's it. That's what we want to see. That's what made NXT so good.
the memes
Was
I've
that
seen.
it's just one match. I don't need Cesaro and Sammy didn't feud, but that match put NXT on the map.
the memes I've seen of Vince. Like
yeah.
Triple H
I mean,
pushing
it's a-
so and so. Vince is just like, yeah.
Yeah.
But-
You know, when you were
I-
saying about retribution earlier, like I think also what hurt them was when it was done in the Thunderdome. I think it
No,
would
not
have
at
been done-
first. I don't think it was at first.
Yeah, no, it was done.
It was
that's how it
all
started.
originally the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I think that's kind of what hurt it because, like, if it had been live,
I thought
in
it
front of
started
group-
and kind of went there.
no, it started in the
I think
Thunderdome.
We all knew who they were.
I didn't know who they were.
Still under contract.
I didn't know who they were. I thought one
I
of them
did.
was Xavier for a while.
Oh, Mace.
He probably was.
No, Mace is like 6'10". Xavier is 4'11". No, I did not think just because they're black that it was the same person. No,
Wasn't that the only black guy?
yeah, but there was. I think they put other people under hoods sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think one of them was Xavier. His
Yeah.
face, you could, like, yes, a ski mask hide shit, but someone who their face, you can make that shit
Yeah.
out.
right.
And his was definite. Like, you could make out that was Xavier.
Apparently, they're trying to repackage Dijak.
Just fucking
Dominic Dijakovic.
Men in Black, the little thing,
flashy thing.
Let's
Yeah.
pretend T-Bar never
Nora,
happened.
the Noralizer.
do the flashy thingy from Men in
but-
Black. We're rewriting everything.
Triple H is
I mean, that's what they did with Cross.
intelligent.
They're not trying to say like, well, they did. They brought up something about wearing a gimp suit or whatever they said.
At least
Yeah,
he's not. He's
Oh,
got.
Drew did.
yeah, Drew
He's
said-
wearing. He's got hair. He's
Yeah.
got the.
Drew said, "Did I just get attacked by somebody who was last seen wearing like a sex thing or
Yeah.
something?"
BDSM.
And the real rumor is Bray coming back.
Bray would be a great addition, but
I've been hearing that. though.
Yeah, same here.
Gargano is there.
Okay, but outside of what do you think WWE gains from bringing Bray back?
His creative mind.
Okay, so don't bring him back as on screen.
Well, no,
bring him
but
back as
even-
a fucking producer or an agent.
Even
I mean,
as
Kenny
on
Baxter
screen.
is, so anybody
Well,
can.
What? Y'all are hating on Kenny. Oh my god, that was good though.
Even-
I saw him and I was like,
I've seen
we were just talking about Kenny Omega, and I sent you guys Kenny. It is like, yeah, kind of.
Even
And I
In
felt
ring
bad 'cause I
though,
told my son, like, "Oh, Kenny Dykstra came back to wrestle," and we watched the highlights. I'm like, "Or as a
Oh,
producer, either
yeah.
way."
I said he didn't wrestle. I said he was part of the breakup.
you didn't say it right, Kenny.
Yeah.
I was in
Uh,
and
but-
out of that conversation.
in terms of in ring, Bray was essentially in charge of his own character, from what I've read. So his mind is there. Like he's very intelligent.
So the
I
thing with creepy, weird gimmicks like that, I'd almost rather fucking get Husky Harris back.
But see that's what I kind of liked though, because he had the Fiend, but then he also wrestled as Bray,
He had like 2 matches as Bray.
you know. So like,
I think the Fiend is cool, but like we said before, like is that the
Where'd
guy
he go with it?
Is that the guy you put the belt on, put on your talk show?
You want the Fiend to come out holding a belt? No, it's fucking weird,
Yeah.
right? I always thought it was weird with Undertaker. Undertaker chasing a belt. Like, what is this? What does this dead dude want with a title?
I always thought it would be better, like we've talked about before, like with Bray, like have Bray wrestle as Bray and then only become the Fiend like when he really needs to. Kind of like the way like with
The
Finn
Demon
with the
was.
Demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I don't see any benefit to bringing Bray back. I see other companies benefiting from bringing him in, but I don't see any WWE benefit for bringing back Bray. Bray's done all that he's going to do in that company. He fucking wrestled Taker. You win a belt and you wrestle Taker. That's what you do.
yeah, and Cena.
Hey, who gives a fuck? I mean, he also, but on the flip side of that, he also worked with Orton. He worked with
Cena,
Edge, not in a program, but he attacked Edge, right?
hmm Another thing going around is that Roman might lose one of his belts at Clash. There were three.
So it's a match for just one belt.
There's 3 ways.
They
that-
call it the Universal World Heavyweight Championship, but he still carries both belts. So I don't
the problem
understand.
is USA apparently wants a champion.
That's the rumor, yes.
Being that Roman
And-
is part time and mostly on Fox.
And I know you guys. I think Joe and I are the only 2 that watched Raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
So Drew's whole promo was about having a champion that will come to Raw and will be on SmackDown and may even show up on Tuesdays.
But then
That's
Kevin
not bad.
Owens,
That's a bad accent.
Kevin Owens, like you mentioned in the chat, also said, "I haven't held a title in 5 years. Enough is enough, and it's time for a
Yes,
change."
He
that was
quoted
cool.
Owen.
Yes.
So
What if they had to cut
there-
a check to Owen's wife?
there
for that?
were
Probably.
3. Well, KO probably did that himself. There were 3 ways.
I doubt people are getting scripts written for them right now, especially
That's
guys
what I
like
think
Kevin
so.
Owens.
Kevin Owens, Roman.
I don't.
yeah.
Well, maybe Roman. He's not a good talker. What are you talking about?
With
Do
the
you not
script, though-
remember Sucker and Succotash?
That's because he had to try to remember a script.
fucking.
Well, he doesn't say much now, which is good. He shouldn't have to.
He
Let
has
Paul
Heyman.
Heyman talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Drew and KO, they don't really. They've been there long enough. They've done. Seth doesn't need a writer.
Drew's promo was okay. The only thing that helped his was that he got fired up. I think without the fire up yelling, which is weird because he's yelling down to Kevin Owens, which I get it. Like the match is very equal and they had a great match, but look wise and promo wise, they're vastly different. But like, yeah, he was like, "How dare you say I didn't carry people on my back and all this shit." Yeah, it was good. It wasn't terrible, but he didn't need to do the fire. Like Owens just did the yelling about how frustrated I am. Drew, you just had a fucking belt. You main evented like 2 WrestleManias. Like fucking relax.
Seth doesn't need
You
a
know?
writer. I feel like Seth. could do that.
Rollins?
Yeah.
I just wish they would move on from Riddle.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good fit.
RVD wants a team with Riddle.
Great. Fucking great. Put him in the women's tag tournament. I don't know.
They don't have enough women to bring
but-
NXT girls up.
But with
Well, I like Lyons because
So
she
do
is
I.
a legitimate BJJ, I believe is what
I was gonna say
changed- or
she's like
judo.
a fighter.
Yeah, she would align very well with what looks like they're already doing. It looks like they're putting Shayna and Ronda together. And she's not a UFC or mixed martial arts fighter, but she has competed in I want to say it's judo. I think she's done judo.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, like,
So-
Sonya Deville, right? Sonya Deville had the same kind of background, right?
Oh yeah, hair up, square up.
So she wasn't MMA or UFC either. She had the martial arts.
Yeah, but no,
background.
she was MMA.
Was she? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
She was MMA.
But Shayna can at least hopefully teach Ronda.
Well, no, I think Ronda's doing well. But
Yeah, but Ronda like
That's the
called her
other
a
thing.
copycat
Like,
version of me.
But
on
you could
SmackDown
start a
7.
whole thing of quote unquote, real fighters because Nikki Lyons would fit that role, even though she wasn't
that's the other thing.
mixed
I've
martial
seen.
arts. She's BJJ or judo, whatever it was. She still did competitions. It's not, she didn't do mixed martial arts for belts, but she did competitions.
So I saw that they said there were 3 possible ways to get a belt off of Roman. I didn't read them. My thinking is Theory, Drew.
So Theory can cash in for just one.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, anything really goes in the world.
And then hopefully you can get a new belt.
anything can happen in the World Wrestling
Try to make-
Federation.
Hopefully a new belt instead of the blue.
Logical,
the blue
an
one.
illogical thing.
yeah,
Um,
don't. Yeah,
But
don't-
Drew,
don't try to
or
apply logic.
what would the other one be? Maybe like
Well,
Don't don't do it.
the way you could do possibly
a
do
draft is
it
coming
Wait.
up too.
Wait for the Rock.
Well,
Which hopefully we'll get at Armenia if we all go.
Why?
Well-
why wouldn't the Rock be at Hollywood?
Yeah, he's gonna be in Hollywood.
That's true.
Why would he go to Philly? I mean, he might come to Philly as champion, but if he's gonna appear at a Mania, it's gonna be Hollywood.
That's true.
He is Hollywood. I got a gripe about fucking Rock though. I read something and it fucking clicked. Like Rock is a terrible actor.
I never said he was
No.
a great actor.
Yeah, well, I guess people are, but
Well,
he
we'll
is a
get to that.
fucking
He's
terrible
just made
actor.
movies that have made a ton of money.
Well,
So
He's like, oh, you're a CIA agent who happens to be fucking huge and jacked up.
happens to be 6'8" and 300 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, well, muscle and gas.
well, the way you could get a belt off of Roman is if you make it a 3-way and you have like a double pin or a pin and a tap at the same time, and then they say, well, like you said,
Didn't
Theory.
they do something
has-
before where 2 belts were on the line? The first person won this belt, the second person.
Yeah, that
won
was
this
back when
Hardcore Kurt Angle. Was it Jericho?
Yeah,
Well, it was
I'm
Angle
sorry.
Jericho.
Did you say Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, and Hardcore?
and I think
Hardcore Holly, I
China.
believe so.
One of these things is not like the
I think
other.
the first fall was for like the European, the second was for Intercontinental.
It
or
was
something.
Benoit was in there.
Maybe they did
it was
more
a
than
triple-
once then.
I think it was a triple threat.
Yeah, but,
It was Benoit, Jericho, and Angle.
I
Maybe.
mean, all you got to do is make that match. First fall is for this belt. Second fall is for this
Yeah,
belt.
I think it'll
you
like
can still walk away as champion, and that's
And
how you
Angle,
play that.
But Angle had both belts, and he ended up losing both of them.
Well, so
I think-
this way you could do one on Roman, one off. The first pin goes to this belt. The second pin goes to this
And
belt.
you can
Roman
protect
gets
Roman.
the first. Roman gets the first pin. Boom. Okay, he's got one of his fucking belts. Now the match is on, and that's got to be like 5 to 10 minutes in. That's quick, right? Fucking get that belt over with. You're done. You got a quick roll up while someone was taunting after a big. I don't know. Drew hit the shitty looking headbutt. Kevin Owens rolls out. He quick rolls up Drew. 1, 2, 3. Roman keeps the belt. Now you've got the rest of the match to work for that other belt. Is Roman going to be able to do it? Is someone going to take it from him? Someone pins someone else. Roman is taken out by someone else somewhere else. So let's just say Brock. I don't want to see it happen, but Brock comes out, fucking throws him through a barricade. Roman's taken out on the side. Owens pins Drew, and Owens is the champion. So now you've got 2 stories ready made. Let's go. You got one for SmackDown. You got one for Raw.
yeah,
I was
When
thinking
is
something like
Clash?
that, or September 3rd. I think. it is.
Stop calling it Clash. There's only one Clash, and that's Clash of Champions.
By the way, there's a skull on the fucking cash of the castle thing. So that's a Hunter thing.
A skull.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Roman would lose, and then Heyman would come out and be like, "Oh, you didn't read the contract. Only one of the belts was on the line."
That's too gimmicky.
Like that.
Well, why don't they do a championship scramble? I mean,
does that
Drew-
exist still?
Drew
I
and
wouldn't know.
KO were in the ring
The problem with those is they
talking
don't
about how they
count
both won a belt.
any of the reigns.
Or else Brian Christopher.
Brian
Christopher. Brian Kendrick is a world
They don't count
champion.
any of them. They only count the final one.
Yeah.
They don't count the
But You have Drew and KO. You need to find 2 more people. Seth. And if you're gonna push fucking Riddle,
Probably put Riddle in.
Adrenaline in my soul.
Nah, he's gonna win the Rumble.
Yeah, probably.
so if you were on an island,
Do you remember how we came up with this subject?
no,
I remember it was in the group chat, but I
I
don't
have no
remember
idea.
how. It was just spitting off my head. I just typed it and then I kept typing. That's usually what happens. That's
Yeah.
how my ideas come to me.
yeah,
I just talk until it clicks. That's what I just did here. I just booked that whole Roman fucking 3-way thing off the top of my
you
head.
should be a
I,
booker.
Yeah.
I didn't. I just rambled it until I got there.
You should book
There's a scene in The Office where
book for RCW.
Steve Carell's character is like, yeah, sometimes I just talk with no end and just see where I get.
Never watched that show either.
It's a different kind of humor. You gotta appreciate situational comedy. You can't it's not about jokes. Coming soon, we watch The Office podcast. It's not about jokes. It's about awkward situations in everyday life, and having a weird boss. There's just funny situations. That's what it is. It's not about punchline. It's about funny situations, and you can see this shit happening in real life. If you don't know somebody, if you're not in this situation, you know somebody that could be in this situation.
That's kind of the way I think that what Parks and Rec was too.
Parks and Rec, the same creator, yeah. But New Girl is really fucking funny. I'm surprised it's on Netflix. I think you should watch
All
it.
right.
You should get COVID and watch it.
So Justin came up with this idea. If you were
I don't need
stranded on an island,
a desert island, not just an island. It
now
could be like the fucking Finger Lakes. There's islands up there. It could be on Staten Island, Long Island.
this is just for shits and giggles.
New
But
York is made up of islands.
Yeah, and we've been trying to cut New Jersey off for a while.
So
Hopefully
this
it won't
is-
become an island.
this is a
Float off to sea.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 type
Yes,
of thing.
you got that?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, well, fuck
Yeah.
it. I was going through things, and I was like, well, why don't we count it down?
I
Yeah.
did the opposite, but it's fine.
Huh.
I went 1 to 5.
Well, see, the 1 is the big one. That's why I made the 1
I
what
can
it
read it in
was.
reverse order, that's
Okay,
fine.
but that's why I made 1 what it was, because that's a whole thing. I went from small to largest. I thought at least.
So if you were stranded on a deserted island,
Why do
are-
you say deserted like
I
that?
don't know.
It's
Like
a desert
desert-
island. It's,
I don't know.
am I weird saying that? Desert island.
I always thought it was deserted. 'Cause it
Okay,
means that
maybe
there's
it's just me.
no
Deserted
sign
means
of
like you're the
life.
only one on it.
yeah,
Desert means it's made up of sand.
Oh, you might not be the only one.
Or it's deserted.
You don't know if you're the only one. Have you ever seen Lost?
No.
that's
Me
what I was
neither.
gonna
I was
say.
hoping you would.
Desert to me is like sand. Like
Yeah, but the word desert is derived from deserted, which the desert is deserted because there is no life.
I'd rather be a
And
desert.
how high
And on
are you?
I'm not. Oh, I'm a little. That's right. I did.
Lost,
so
there was a whole bunch of people stuck on the island, kind of like Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I knew there was something about a
Yeah.
smoke monster.
is,
I
is-
recently watched Stranger Things for the first time.
is your
that's a good show.
topic?
Good show.
So what was your
Okay, we'll just go around the table and give our ones, and hopefully we don't have any of the same. Although I'm sure we will.
So we're doing our
ones?
5 wrestlers.
I'm sorry, what?
We're doing the 5 wrestlers.
Yeah, I was gonna go 1, 1, 1, 1,
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
Oh,
Is that
okay,
Too
okay.
much? I don't, because then we're gonna list them off, and then we'll talk about the last one you
Yeah,
said. You know what I mean?
yeah.
okay?
So, and I went strictly, and I did this Monday before Raw. I'm just saying, okay. I went strictly off of the first thing I thought of when I thought of these subjects. So it is 5 wrestlers that you would watch. So matches that you would watch, only their matches for the rest of your life on a deserted island. Then 4 tag teams where you would only watch their matches for the rest of your life. 3 pay-per-views, 2 movies with wrestlers, which I thought we would have a little fun with, because mine I think I've already talked about, and then 1 promotion. But if you wanted to pick WWE but Raw only, you could do that if you wanted, or NXT, So the first person that came to mind, this is before Monday, Raw. This is before Raw on Monday. Kevin Steen. I wrote Steen specifically.
Okay.
I figured he'd be on your list.
I mean, this is before I got my resurgence of love of him. I will never stop loving him. But that includes ROH, that includes NXT. It's such good shit.
So are we starting with our number 5 guy on our
I don't
list,
know.
or-
I just picked my. Oh no, because I mean, I those aren't in order for me. It's
Yeah,
not like
okay.
1 through 5.
Mine aren't ranked either.
It's just the ones that I thought of right away. But mine definitely goes from like current to historical. Because I think I thought of like currently who would I like, and then in history who do I like the most.
Well, I'm gonna go for my number 5 guy, Hulk Hogan, because that was the one that got me into wrestling.
The matches are fun to watch. I thought about Hulk Hogan too. Yeah, the matches are fun to watch. Maybe not all of them. Not when he screws people out of belts. It don't make sense.
Yeah,
But
he gets beat up, then he hawks up. And
Yeah,
it's pretty much the same thing, but I mean, it's just like
it
as
is.
a
But
kid,
it's
it
fun.
always got me
No,
going.
it's
like,
fun. It's fun to watch. That's what it is. It's fun to watch. It's you know what you're gonna get.
right.
And and that includes Hollywood, so you get to see his NWO stuff, which is fun.
My number 5 is Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
For the same thing, you can go from Mexico to Japan.
Oh, yeah.
to ECW, WCW. He's been wrestling for like 30 years out of my career.
Corazon de Leon.
Yeah.
Which they're making a figure of.
They made a figure of.
Yeah.
It's in stores right now.
I've always been a Jericho fan. I always liked Jericho.
I was a Jericho fan. Then I wasn't. Then I was. Then I wasn't. I'm a fan of WCW and prior. I'm not a fan of Y2J.
See, I like
Then
that too.
I like Undisputed Era. Sorry.
Champion.
Yeah, Undisputed Champion Jericho and that. And I also like some of the comebacks, like the shorter mom cut hair and the Savior. And I do not like now. I'm sorry. I think it's trash.
What was it where you wore a suit and said all those
That
big
was Save
words?
Us.
Yeah.
That was
Jericho
Save Us.
now is trying to
I didn't like
fit
List.
in too well.
List of Jericho.
I didn't like List.
Him and Owens were funny, but
When Owens was on board, it was a little better. But just straight up the whole List of Jericho thing, I didn't really like it.
I think Jericho now is trying to fit in too much.
Yeah.
Like he's changing a lot. Like now he's the wizard or something.
Oh, now he's doing Lionheart again. I don't know. It's like
That might have just been for that one match.
It was cool, but it was weird.
That match was terrible.
It wasn't terrible.
A lot of
what's
botches.
your number 5 or whatever?
I also have Kevin Owens, Steen, whatever. Because, like you said, PWG, ROH.
There's some great content there. He has always been a good talker, so he's always going to be entertained.
Well, that should have been one of the category things. Who could cut a promo?
Well, that would be part of your wrestling. See, that's where you gotta. What kind of fan are you?
Yeah.
What kind of fan are you? Are you a fan of guys that can talk? Or are you a fan of guys that can wrestle? I'm a fan of the guys that can do both. So my other one is Brian, whatever you want to take that as, Danielson or Daniel Bryan. That's why I usually just refer to him as Brian. Depends on who you know him as. But again, you get so much great ROH stuff. Even his WWE run,
Him and Miz.
was good.
Like him,
Him and Miz, yeah. His comeback was good. His shit he's doing now is good. Tonight, as we record on Wednesday, is going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Is that Daniel Garcia? again?
Daniel Garcia.
Mhm.
Daniel Garcia is the next
That
Daniel
should be really
Bryan.
good.
Also,
He
tonight
is-
is
Don't care. It's not going to be him.
It's
It's going to be Kenny Dystra.
It's Bucks and their
It's
mystery
going to be
partner.
Papa Buck. Watch. It's going to be fucking Papa Buck.
On BTE. The
Could be Pat Buck.
I don't think so. Did he get fired?
He's in AEW now.
He's still
Oh, is he?
AEW, yeah.
He got fired from
Oh,
WWE.
he did get fired. He did get fired, didn't he?
Yeah.
For saying something or tweeting? What did he do? He did
I,
something.
no, he didn't. I don't think he got fired. He resigned
Oh.
because his match was terrible. Like I think he had the
No,
Charlotte.
I think he did get fired.
he resigned. He had
Oh,
the
he
Charlotte
resigned.
match at
Yeah.
Mania.
So he got bitched out and resigned. Okay.
Like the 2 matches he put together were like they said were
The
At
2
least-
worst at WrestleMania.
But
Yeah.
on BTE, they teased Kenny
It's gonna be fucking Marty Scurll or Marty Jannetty. What is
But I mean,
that would be awesome.
the trios titles were going to be released when Kenny was available, so I don't know. We'll see. But either way, I think it'll be a pop.
I honestly don't go shit. I would personally, I'd pop harder for Marty Scurll than I would for a return of Kenny Omega. I'd rather see Kenny Omega go to New Japan and wrestle Ospreay.
So speaking of that,
Is he on your list?
no,
Oh.
I think we mentioned last week that Kenny filed a cease and
Yeah, we did.
desist against
The guy who got cease and desist is filing a cease and desist. Fuck.
against Osprey, and Osprey is in the tournament,
What tournament?
the trios.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Him and the two
Are they
Aussie,
really?
Aussie Open. Yep,
Yeah.
Oh shit! I did not know
Yeah.
that.
How's
So-
the Open?
it's part of.
It's the two guys
United
that
Empire.
didn't have a match, but they showed up with him one week.
Yeah.
They're part of United Empire. Yeah, they're the
Oh,
other
so-
tag.
tournament.
So we
Yeah.
might actually get Kenny against Osprey just in a trios match.
That's not how we want it, but okay. I
But-
honestly don't want to see the match.
really
Not here.
in Japan.
I know that's weird, but it all depends on where it happens. I think the Japanese crowd would be more appreciative of everything they do. I think AEW is they're gonna lock up, and AEW fans are gonna go, "This is awesome! Fight forever!" Fuck off! Stop
Then-
jerking yourselves
then
off.
They'll go to commercial, be picture in picture, and
No, that would be
Well,
a pay per view match.
It would be a pay per view match. It won't be. God damn! If they
I mean, like
fucking-
tonight,
if
on
they
the
give that
trios.
shit away on Dynamite, this company's going under.
Actually, that might be the finals. To be honest, United
Couldn't-
Empire
I
and,
don't
and
know.
the Elite. That might be.
I don't know. All right, continue with your
yeah.
seconds, Joe,
My 4 was
or 4. Sorry.
your 5, Jericho. Again, for all the same things. The way he constantly reinvented himself. Like, I loved all his early WCW stuff. And he did a lot of stuff in WCW to get noticed.
I love the shit when. Do you
Like
remember when he would
Loophole
do like
Jericho.
when he was like technically feuding with Goldberg, but not actually wrestling
That, yeah.
Goldberg, and they would do the like he would walk through the ring like Goldberg, but he would
Greenberg.
get lost.
Yep.
He would like go through a door. He's like, no, that's not it. And then that's from fucking Spinal Tap.
And he got that.
I'm sure you've seen Spinal Tap. I'm
Yeah.
sure Jared hasn't.
Nope.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm sure has. But that's their shit. They do that where they get lost going to the stage.
Yeah.
He did that shit. It's fucking hilarious.
And he grabbed the truck driver who became
Rufus
Ralphus for his security. Like, it
Yeah.
was just like shit like that. Like,
Ralphus
overall-
and fucking Kenny Powers look alike. I just recently watched this shit.
and then like when he went to New Japan and became the Painmaker.
That was great. I
you
thought
know, like all that stuff.
Yeah,
Him and
Okay.
Kenny was good.
Okada. Well, him and Kenny was not in New Japan.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, did they have a match in
Yep.
New Japan? Well, him and Okada were in New
Yeah.
Japan. I know that.
Him and Kenny was like a street fight or something. It was on one of the pay per views.
They don't have street fights.
Okay, well, anything goes. Whatever they call it.
Okay.
I saw it. It was great.
I
Just
I
like you
also
saw
have
the
I also
Steiner's
have Brian
L-Vans.
Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him.
Never ever living it down. Never. I'm gonna get a shirt. We're gonna Conrad Thompson this shit. We're gonna get shirts made of like I'm gonna get Steiner LJN Customs put on a shirt as like Jared's LJN
They should put
Customs.
down extremely rare. Put a price or something.
You know, I feel like people would buy that.
If you
Vox-
see this,
Vox
I don't
would
need,
buy
I'm not
that.
gonna put it up for sale. I'm gonna wear it.
if
I'm
you
gonna wear
see
it
these
to everything.
figures, contact.
Yeah. a wanted sign
Yeah.
with LJN Steiner's
It's found.
wanted.
Contact We Like Wrestling Podcast.
Jared's number, his actual phone number on
We can run an NWO style ad, like buy the shirt.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Bye.
have to change my number.
Bow, bow.
Go ahead. I said Daniel,
Daniel
Bryan, or
Bryan,
Bryan
yeah.
Danielson, whatever.
Gotta go with the Undertaker.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Besides him ascending to heaven.
But you have so much from the 80s to 90s to 2000s. Like there's a lot.
What is this? Y102? No, nobody that's outside of Berks County understands that.
Oh,
And people who live here don't care either.
well, even some of his early stuff, like was in WCW and stuff, like
Oh yeah,
Bi-
some good
biography.
skyscraper matches.
But the Undertaker's a living legend. I mean, it's
No.
okay. He's an undead legend.
There you go. The Undertaker is dead.
He's a dead man.
I did just watch his part 2.
But
Again, I had COVID, so I had a lot of time to watch shit. His part 2 on Austin's thing was not very good.
I don't think I saw part 1.
Broken
Part 1
Skulls.
was good. Yeah, Broken
I
Skull.
haven't seen
right.
any of the Broken Skulls.
But
you gotta
the
watch it.
Jeff
They're really
Jarrett,
good, yeah.
Jeff Jarrett was good. And who else
Cody.
did I watch? No, I didn't watch. I already watched Cody one.
Cody was good.
No, I just watched who?
Sami Zayn said
Sami
it was on.
Zayn. Yes, Sami Zayn was really good. Austin is a big fan of Sami Zayn.
I was a real for some reason I really enjoyed the I'm gonna say mom haircut Undertaker. Him and Orton, him and
So
the Dudleys.
the comeback of the dead man.
Him and Orton, him and
Not-
the Dudleys.
Not Big Red. I do to dress like Satan, but I still get down with the devil. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay.
Limp Bizkit.
I'm a fucking racist. What?
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. No.
I enjoyed Biker.
Rolling.
No. Yeah. I said Big Red was not Limp Bizkit. Big Red was my yard. This is my yard. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Limp Bizkit was
bark at
rolling when he was
you.
the biker.
We're gonna pay. You're gonna pay.
Get out of
Or
my
American
yard.
Badass was
Wasn't
biker.
wasn't Big Red Jeff Hardy thing?
Yes.
Yes. Biker Taker is like X7.
Yeah. Him,
With-
A Train, and
No,
Well, that
that's
was
not
18.
X7.
That was 18.
Yeah, that was 18. Yeah.
But his Big Red, that was the heel.
Yeah. Well, it
that
turned
was Stone
face.
Cold.
Yeah.
It turned face, yeah. It turned face when he wrestled Brock in a Hell in a Cell. That's when Brock won his belt, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he defended
Great
it.
match.
No. Brock won his belt against The Rock because he won King of the Ring
Yes.
and wrestled Rock at SummerSlam.
He also wrestled Hogan, I thought, for the
He
belt.
wrestled fucking dude. Brock got a rocket in his asshole.
And he was only there for 2 years.
Yep.
And he did a lot
I
in
didn't
2
put him
years.
on my list, but fuck, I'm putting him over right now like I should have.
He did a lot in 2 years.
Yeah.
And then they went to go play football. That didn't work so well.
Yeah. Well,
And then he became a farmer.
no, he was always a farmer.
He still is, yeah.
Am I up again?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to replace Brock now with this person, but JE double F JA double R E double T.
Haha.
Ha ha!
You gonna sing with my baby tonight?
Spend my days working hard on the go.
We're gonna get copyright.
We don't make any money.
actually. Yeah. Anyway, we're not.
We're
yeah,
not
We're not
monetized.
monetized. We can't get copywritten. Well, maybe we can. I don't know.
I got a copyright warning for the NWO thing.
We got to change that probably.
It's just a warning.
There's just so many good Jeff Jarrett matches that it would. Again, we're talking about specific matches where people who, I mean, he's had great matches with everybody.
Yeah.
So, and he spans multiple companies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That includes every King of the Mountain match. Spin my
Joe, you're
days
number 3?
working hard.
I can't believe they still do that.
It also includes the Good Housekeeping match. Not to be forgotten. Classic. 5-star. 5 stars in
If it was in a Tokyo Dome, it would have
yeah,
been.
5 stars in the Tokyo Dome.
Gotta go with the limousine riding, jet flying, Ric Flair.
Woo!
Dick waving.
That too. I was trying to give him the
Did you see that?
Dick waving.
Did you see that he said he wished he didn't say it was his last?
Oh, yeah. He
match?
said he regrets it.
Yeah.
Already.
Oh,
So
gosh.
he went to I listened to the podcast of My World. I think I'm the only one that listens to it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm the only one that has Jeff Jarrett on this list because I appreciate Jeff Jarrett's work. And that's why I listen to his podcast. But yes, they said it right away. He fucking, the moment he crossed that curtain, I wish I didn't say that was my last. But he went to Puerto Rico and they tried to give him money. They tried to, Carlos Colon tried to offer him money saying, well,
You
do
can
wanna
retire
work?
here.
You can retire here. Do you want to work here? No, it's not the, I already said it. It's done. So
So
he
he talk
is,
about it in the shower, and then he stabbed him.
yeah, that's true. That's scary saying no to Carlos Colon. You can get stabbed.
You get stabbed in the
Is
shower.
Yeah.
Carlito still a champion there for like the 20th time?
I don't know.
And the other two are there too, I think.
Yeah, Primo and Epico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're all hold all the belts.
Carlito was good.
What
though.
is this fucking world class? Von Erichs?
It's TNA when Jeff's in
Pretty
charge.
much.
No, Von Erichs.
So I have, because I have a lot of workers, so I want to change it up in case I want to watch something besides a workers match, and I want to watch something bloody or whatever.
Mox.
Moxley.
Yeah. Of course, Mr. fucking Blade from whatever. Oh, an earring spot. They pull out his earring for last week's match with Jericho, and he fucking bled from it.
No, speaking of that, you see that terrible blade job from Jericho?
He botched that shit. He went way too deep. Dude, that shit just started gushing.
But he on camera, you can see him
oh, I didn't notice
reaching the blade
it. I did not see
and blading.
Oh, I assumed he
He
bladed,
broke his
but
own nose,
holy
too.
shit, dude! He must have, instead of swiping, he had to have stabbed because that shit was deep and it was just pouring. It was like fucking what's the fat guy that got stabbed by New Jack?
Mass
Transit. It's the Mass Transit guy. Fucking blade job.
He also broke his own nose.
Well, that makes sense.
I mean, he did a code breaker and a chair fell on him.
Okay, well, he didn't break his own nose. He
He
didn't, like,
also
go to the
did-
corner and fucking
He also did a terrible chair shot. Like it was
a fucking Lance Storm.
no,
Lance Storm used to get booed out of ECW shows
Hulk Hogan
because he would
NWO
go,
chair shot.
nah, nah, and
Yeah.
like ECW is like fucking hit
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
And he- nah, well, because he doesn't want to fucking injure
But
anybody.
you can literally see on camera him pulling the blade out. And
Yeah, the chair shot I forgive. There's no reason to fucking swing full force at a chair shot, especially because again, I watched a lot of shit.
it was on his leg.
On what?
He swung a chair on his leg.
Oh, fucking throw that shit. What are you
Yep.
doing?
Yep.
No, I just watched the XPW Dark Side of the Ring, and that is disgusting.
We need to go to GCW.
So somebody put Luke Hawks put his hand up for a chair shot. Rob Black bitched him out and backstage. Next show, he called a spot where he got handcuffed and hung up so that he would have to take chair shots unprotected. Fuck you, you're a piece of shit. I mean, he's a piece of shit for a lot of things. He cut off Messiah's thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, when you say Moxley, do you mean Dean Ambrose as well?
well, yeah,
Or do
you get
mean-
all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Career.
Okay.
of course. I'm getting Steen and Owens. I'm getting both Bryans. I'm getting JEFF, JARR, ETT, and I'm getting slap nuts. And I'm
Don't
getting
piss me off.
Don't piss me off. Yeah.
Short hair with Deborah. Yeah.
I'm getting fucking Dick Dancer.
Next up, huh?
That's what they call his gimmick in USWA. Is that what Memphis was?
Yeah, Jerry Lawler.
Yeah. So he was a face, but in the same getup that like looked like a stripper outfit. So Conrad calls it Dick Dancer.
Next on my list is Triple H.
Really?
I enjoyed Triple H in like 2000s, like early 2000s.
The game.
Like when him and Stephanie at first. Like
Spit water in the ring. I have an entrance with Terminators.
Stone Cold was gone. I don't know.
Stone Cold got hit by a car. Dude.
I
did it.
I don't know. For some reason, I always enjoyed Triple H in that time period.
I like Hunter. Not enough to say that his matches I would watch.
I mean, him and Jericho, him and Foley.
You mean that time that he almost broke Jericho's neck because he broke the table and tore his quad?
I was thinking
That was
about,
Jericho.
I was thinking about the Cell.
The cell.
Yeah,
What cell?
him and Jericho had a Cell. Him and Foley had a Cell. Triple
Him
H
and
has had more
Foley.
Cell.
Actually, Foley. Can we have 10? Actually, Foley should be on my list because like that fucking shot. Well, I get it. But my next one.
I think he had more Cell matches than Taker, to be honest.
Who?
Triple H.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, I want to be the guy that has cell matches."
But in that time period, from him splitting from China,
I come out with a sledgehammer, but don't hit you the way anybody that was actually using a sledgehammer to fight someone would actually hit someone with a sledgehammer.
actually, I think he did with Sean.
No, he never swung a fucking sledgehammer at someone's nuts.
No, he on his back. He swung. Sledgehammer broke.
Okay, so he hit him across with he actually swung a stick
Yeah,
and it broke.
yeah.
Just like the fucking sting spot, because I'm supposed to believe that a bat can break a sledgehammer stick. Bullshit.
But during the 2000s, early 2000s, leading like him and Stephanie, and
are you
then
happy? You get the Sting match and the Ronda Rousey
leading
match.
no, yeah, but
And then a
leading
horrible match in Saudi Arabia with him and Sean versus Tucker and Kane.
leading up to Evolution. Evolution was good too. I don't know. I enjoyed early
No,
Triple
it's
H.
fine. It's good. Yeah, that's a good pick. I'm just giving out.
Not
I'm just giving out.
I don't really like the curtsy Hunter Hearst.
that
Those
was
are the
even good
best.
too, yeah.
What are you talking
He was
about?
fighting Henry Godwin.
Him and give a chance Fatu. Whatever
Him
the
and
fuck
Gold
was-
Dust.
Him and oh yeah,
Gold Dust.
slop match
Godwin.
with Henry Godwin.
Him and Mark
The
Merrill was
hog
good.
pen, yeah.
Remember, he's also the one who took the.
He was Kurt Hennig was his manager
Manager.
for a week until he left.
I
and Mr.
really,
Hughes.
I really
And
enjoyed the
Mr. Hughes.
McMahon Helmsley era.
And Sable.
Yeah.
Sable at WrestleMania 12 came out with Hunter. He also
Yeah.
sold for Ultimate Warrior.
The Warrior didn't sell for him.
No selling of pedigree.
He also was the one who took the fall for the curtain call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got the brunt of it.
Well, Sean was the champion. And, yeah.
And the other two were gone.
Speaking of, my number 4, HBK.
Your all-time favorite.
My all-time favorites, the guy that made me keep loving wrestling in my transition from old VHS tapes to the current product. Sean was the guy. I'll never forget seeing his butt. Yeah.
That's how long he was around, though. He
Was it-
crosses.
It's 96 Rumble, and he does the little strip tease. And he like looks at Vince because they definitely fucked. And he's like starting to take down his pants. He loved getting his ass out. Fucking the
He's like
ladder
Flair,
match.
yeah.
Yeah, the ladder match. He gets his ass out. Him, Flair, and Hunter, they fucking love getting their asses out.
Wow, that's why Vince liked him so
Kinda
much.
like, oh yeah. The boy toy.
But Sean went from the Hogan era to Cena.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there for all that.
And now he had Saudi Arabia.
He's in NXT still working. So
Yeah. Apparently, him and I never say her name right. Catanzaro.
Casey Catanzaro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other girl.
Katana.
Yeah.
Well, Katana is Catanzaro.
No, the other girl.
But yeah, I
Jade.
don't know who.
no, not Jade.
Or Jade or whatever.
No.
No.
She's a heel.
No.
The
I know
other
who you're
her,
talking
her
about, yeah.
teammate. They were like taking pictures. I guess they're all like really good friends.
Sean takes a lot of the blame after Hunter left
Yeah.
for NXT.
Well,
You gotta
I mean,
work with
it's-
what you got.
it's hard. You got to focus on 2 matches. For him, he's focusing on 2 matches at once. It's-
But Bruce is there, isn't he?
I don't know about that.
I thought he was there.
I don't know.
Joe, your next one.
I'm not there.
We're an hour in. We're only on number 5.
Nah, we're 46 minutes in.
I had the same. My number 2 was HBK, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Same for me.
I didn't put these in order. I don't want to say number 1, number 2. I didn't like.
Sean is on my list. He's
Yeah,
my next one.
Sean is not on my list.
because you picked fucking Triple H.
I tried to pick
Taker.
like, different
But look at his era. That's
Hey,
his era.
You go with what you like.
Mick
Oh,
Foley,
yeah, I'm just. Yeah, that's a good pick. So I still get Mick Foley's-
ECW.
I still get
WWE,
Mick Foley's.
you know.
You get Dude Love. You get
See,
I
I
still get the Mankind match from Mind Games, so I'm good.
I thought of
'Cause I got HBK.
Triple H, and then I thought of Mick Foley because of their Rumble match.
Yeah, but what Mick Foley matches do you like outside of you? You already picked Undertaker and Hunter. You have like his two of the 3 of his
you're gonna
biggest
see a lot of the
opponents.
same matches. Halftime heat
Is
with The Rock.
There's the Rock.
the Rock? The Rock is good.
No, it's not.
Orton was good.
Fucking the Rock. This is
No,
a
I mean, the-
long-standing hatred of the
The
Rock.
matches with the Rock were good. Matches with Orton were good. I mean, Foley went on record saying that Orton gave him one of the best matches of his career.
Your
Yeah,
last
but
one.
without. Okay,
Royal Rumble 2000, the street fight with Hunter.
my last one is Flair.
I'm surprised by your picks, but
Why? What did you think I would pick?
I thought you would have picked like Carino
OC.
or
No,
the other one that you
not Desert Island.
or Jerry Lynn or
Jerry Lynn and Carino is the same thing.
or Marty Jannetty.
It's like
or
I got like 16
Sid.
matches of the same person wrestling each other.
Sid.
No, not
Steiner.
matches for all time. Those are fun to watch, but like that's not matches of all time. They're not entertaining enough. But like with Flair, you get certain things that I don't want to talk about because I know that one of us has this. I did not pick it because I assumed one of us had this as a pay-per-view. Probably 2 of you have it. Because it really is. It was the first one that I thought of, which is why I said that one in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
Your last one.
Obviously, Bret Hart.
Fuck, obviously.
That's mine too, Brett.
I got 2 guys that had his best matches. Jeff Jarrett and HBK.
Had an S in front of his name, and that's what he. Bret
Shart?
Yeah,
Spret.
Bret the Shitman Hart.
Spart.
My last one was Eddie.
That's a good one.
That's a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah.
WCW.
I don't think I have
WWE.
anybody here that worked with Eddie. Jeff in
You have
WCW.
Barry Windham. I know you like him a lot too.
Not of all time. You're talking about 5 guys that you're going to watch the rest of it. What Barry Windham match am I going to watch to be entertained for the rest of my life?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of him. Like
Yeah,
you
that
are.
big Survivor
Ooh,
Series match with that Flex
Widowmaker.
Cavana kid.
Yeah.
New
New blackjack.
Yeah.
But Eddie,
Fucking-
you get WCW,
Yeah.
No,
ECW, WWE.
That's a great
Mexico
pick.
with
Yeah.
Art Barr.
Yeah. That's
Great tag,
that-
great tag matches in
him,
Mexico.
him as WWE champ and
And
him
then
as heel.
Have you
Yeah.
ever
Does he
seen?
pass? Does he get to watch Dominic's matches now?
No.
For
Have
Eddie?
you ever seen him and Art Barr in tag matches in Mexico?
I don't know who that is.
Our
So
Barr passed
obviously,
away.
no. That would be a no.
One of these times, you're going to witness a murder on the podcast.
So what's that?
I
Tag
forget
teams?
their tag team.
Some bouncing
Four-
off Jared's head.
4 tag teams that you would watch.
Oh, are we done?
Everyone did their 5.
Okay.
Did their 5.
All right. This first one that came to mind: Miracle Violence Connection.
Who the fuck is that?
God damn
I only have 2 teams. I don't
it!
have-
Why? You?
I was literally working on this until Joe said, "I'm here."
how?
It's not that hard.
Oh my
Miracle
God.
Violence
I
Connection
thought about
is
this for days.
Terry Gordy and Steve Williams.
Dr. Death.
Yes.
Actually, they're both dead.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
There are some great matches in there.
I just
From Japan, from WCW.
So with this, I thought off the top of my head, but I also wanted to spread it out a little bit, like different eras, different companies.
I sort of did. I didn't for tag teams. I did with singles.
Go ahead, Joe. I only have 2, so
Oh, my number 4 was Midnight Express.
Could I just say my number 3? Yeah, it's rock and roll.
Nice.
We'll just jump to my number 3.
well, I only have 2.
You always do. So just say yours, Jared.
Yeah.
Okay. Usos.
Really?
Yeah,
They aren't terrible.
they're pretty good.
They're good.
The problem is they're a good tag
Although
team.
the same-
no tag team division.
Exactly.
I was gonna
And
say.
that's what I was gonna say. So like the shitty thing is that you're like
It's New
every
Day
now
or
and
Street
then,
Profits.
yeah, every now and well, that's current. But like every now and
Has
then
that
they get a
changed?
good team to work with. No, they worked with Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
Yeah.
They have every now and then they get good teams to work with. But in between that, they're working with fucking what were the Gold brothers called? What fucking Goldust and Stardust? Cosmic?
Oh.
No, that wasn't
No,
Cosmic.
they were
What are
Yeah.
they called?
Cosmic.
They were the
Underground
Rhodes
or
brothers, I
something.
think it was called.
No.
They were also Rhodes, but
Yeah.
as gimmicks, they were like Cosmic
Yeah.
something.
I know what you mean. They were working with
Yeah.
thrown together.
They were
crap
called
teams.
something.
But that was when they
Primetime
were face
players.
painted Usos.
yeah.
I enjoy current Usos. I mean, they were good when they
I
had
think
face
they're,
paints too,
they're
but
yeah. I think we're gonna look back and realize how great they were.
Oh yeah, I agree.
they just
But
never. It's
at
always
no-
New Day.
Except we don't need 30 fucking super kick spots and 30 everybody jump on
I
everybody.
will say though, them and Street Profits were fucking
It was
great.
a great match, but they're
They were great.
sort of like Alundra Blaze gets no credit because she had like 3 other girls to wrestle.
Bertha Faye, Aja Kong, and who am I missing? I like her. What the fuck is her name?
Oh yeah.
Bull Nakano.
Bull Nakano.
Nakano,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the Usos were around in the 80s with like Bulldogs and Heart Foundation and Rockers, they'd have been.
Well, I already said R&R, so
Mine was it's kind of a short-lived, I believe, but Beer Money. I really
I liked
that
Beer
match.
Money.
I liked
that,
Beer Money.
You know, that makes me realize I didn't put Motor City on here.
That's on my list.
Don't worry,
Uh,
they're on my list.
Yeah, they're on my list.
I like-
So
I like
Motor City
Beer Money.
Machine Guns. I went
And
off of WWE. For
Yeah.
once.
I went off WWE, but not in TNA direction.
Motor City Machine Guns.
I have no
mean,
TNA.
They were the tag team in TNA.
They were actually my number.
They
2.
weren't. They were
Gener-
never the tag team. in
Generation
TNA.
Me.
Yeah, Gen Me. You have Bucks. Bucks is your number 1. I know that.
They're not in order. I just
I
have them
know,
listed.
but
but Motor City Machine Guns were always my favorite to watch in TNA in terms of tag team wrestling.
me too.
Same here, yeah.
So I had Lucha Bros.
Nice.
I don't know
Nice.
how much I really appreciate.
Ray
so
Phoenix is great.
I think Ray Phoenix is. I started liking Penta the most. Fucking huge Penta fan. Love the look. Love the shit. Love the wrestling. And when I say shit, I mean all the accoutrements that come with wrestling, outside of actual moves. But I have grown to now appreciate Ray's stuff more.
yeah.
He is a perfectionist.
He's so fucking good.
I feel like he's a perfectionist in the ring.
He's amazing though, so it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Joe,
My number 2 is Motor City Machine Guns. So
I have Lucha Bros.
You do.
Lucha
Yeah.
Bros. I have 2 more teams. So those are your 2.
No,
No,
Lucha
well,
Bros. is
Lucha Bros.
One.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
One
good
more.
one.
So I have Motor City,
Okay.
Usos, the Bucks,
Of course, you have the Bucks.
PWG,
So do
man.
I.
PWG stuff was great.
I mean, you're an old school guy. You're not looking at like Rougeos or Bulldogs
Look, I was literally
or
writing.
even ENC Hardys.
I had like this. Seriously,
How did you not get this?
I labored over this
This
more
is
than any of the tournaments
easy.
I've made up. I think
It's
I thought about this for days.
John thought we were actually going to ship him off to an island
No.
and leave him there.
I just don't. I guess I don't get the concept. I guess it's just my thing. I don't know.
It's just fantasy.
Like people said to me before, like, what 5 CDs would you take with you? I'm like, I don't know. I'd be bored listening to the same shit over and over and over.
It's not a real thing. It's
I
just
know.
But the
for
thing
fun.
is, you should pick people that you can watch endless stuff. Like, think about like Eddie. He had Mexico, Japan,
that's why I
WCW,
picked like
VCW.
Jericho. Like
That's
yeah,
why
it was
I
like
picked-
30
that's why I
some
picked-
years. You
All
know?
right. So for my last one, I had FTR because
That's a
they
very
run the
nice
gamut.
pick.
So my first thought went to Brainbusters. And I was like,
Well, they're this generation's brain busters.
exactly. I went, well, they didn't have that many matches as a team. So I went FTR.
Do you think they are the greatest tag team of today's era?
Brainbusters? Yeah,
FTR.
probably.
FTR.
According to Jim Cornette, they are.
I would.
I don't say those things because everybody has what they like.
Right.
If you like
Some are going to say the Briscoes. You know.
yeah, if you like hardcore wrestling and just beating the shit out of each other, yeah, you're gonna say fucking Briscoes. If you like technical wrestling, you're gonna say FTR. If you like high spots, you're gonna say somebody like Lucha Bros or Young Bucks. If you like Mexican wrestling, you're gonna say somebody from fucking Mexico. You know, like
But of the current day, do you think they are the best tag team
I'm not gonna say that
all
I'm not
around,
gonna say that.
or
I don't say
I would say
best.
they're one of.
I don't say that. I don't say that. I can't do that. Who's the best wrestler right now? I'm not gonna say that. There is no.
If you got the same
What do
debate-
I like right now? Right now, I'm super high on Kevin Owens again.
yeah?
But it changes. It's a constant changing thing because that's what wrestling does. It
and
constantly
it really
changes.
that's the way it should be.
Like, what if somebody said, "Oh, well, Kenny Omega is my favorite wrestler, so he's my favorite wrestler right now." Well, he hasn't wrestled in like 9 months, so he's really your favorite wrestler right now, doing nothing. No, but right now, after Monday Night Raw, Kevin Owens is right now who I am the highest on. That is who I am expecting that in the future is going to be a lot. I also think Austin Theory. I'm back on that train.
I like
After
Austin Theory.
what he's doing with Dolph Ziggler, I think he's got a good road ahead of him.
I'm hoping
Daniel
they don't
Garcia, I
waste
think
his
after
connection.
tonight we'll be on a road towards some really great things. Hopefully,
I think Daniel Garcia and Yuta both got
I
on
think
the
Garcia
map.
can be Theory.
I think they end tonight. Again, I'm going the whole angle. I think they should end tonight with a handshake. Jericho says, "What the fuck are you doing?" Shaking his hand. Garcia fucking elbows him, fucking forearm,
He's
bullshit.
a BCC.
And now he joins Beatdown,
Him-
whatever the fuck they call it.
Blackpool Combat. Club.
Blackpool.
Him and
Beat
Yuta
down
both got
That was
MVP's group, whatever.
yeah, that was- yeah.
and TNA.
him and Yuta both got elevated. I think everybody saw what they can.
I'm
actually
getting
do.
high on Ricky Starks.
Ricky
I
Starks
think
is
he has a
good.
great storyline in the next 2 years because MJF, Darby, Jungle Boy, and who else? Who was the other pillar? Oh, was it Hangman? There was 4 pillars that MJF mentioned of, and Ricky Starks was not one of them.
Wasn't it a female?
No, it was all males. So I think a great gimmick for Ricky Starks is to say, I should have been one of those pillars, and now I'm going to break all of you down.
I think it was Hangman.
I don't think it was Hangman. It was somebody. It was an undercard guy. I just can't remember who it was.
Jungle Boy.
It was Jungle Boy, Darby, MJF, and somebody else. But it wasn't Ricky Starks. I think he has a great
Was
gimmick
it
to
Orange?
go forward. Maybe
Scorpio?
no.
I think it might have been Orange.
It wasn't a name.
We're talking about guys who are just
Who are
So-
so as AEW guys.
Yeah. So I think Ricky Starks has a great gimmick going forward as I will prove to you that I am the pillar. I am the foundation. Y'all can be the pillars. I'm the foundation that holds up the pillars and actually keeps this company going. It's going to take some time. It will not happen by September. It won't happen in December. It won't, it's got to take time, but he's got to keep working his way up, singles matches, tag matches, all that kind of shit. And finally he confronts whoever the fuck is the WWE champion. That's what I'm going to call it, because that's all that holds the belt.
No, Kenny Omega had it.
And Hangman.
Kenny Omega worked for
Yeah,
FCW.
briefly.
And Hangman.
Yeah, Hangman's the only real
The
one.
only
But
one
what
you
do they
need.
do with him?
And one of the things you could do as far as that goes, because they said now they are counting the FTW title as an actual title.
It is.
They're recognizing it.
He brought prestige to the belt.
He defeats Hook for that belt.
No. He's
No.
got to move on. No. That's got to stay on Hook. He's got to move on.
Get off the powerhouse Hobbs.
if you keep going backwards, you'll never move forwards. He was FTW champion. He's done with that. He's moved on to Hobbs, then something else, then TNT, then something else, then World, or find a tag partner, then tag.
Well,
That's the progression he needs to take. And it's got to take years. It cannot take months. It cannot be rushed. But Ricky Starks in 2-3 years, if AEW wants to create their own stars and move away from this WWE shit, Ricky Starks is the guy to do it with.
I think
Well, see,
MJF is the guy. MJF.
MJF is not the guy.
At this rate, it'll be Hook. They friggin' love Hook.
I think Punk is going to win against Mox, and then MJF gets brought back.
Okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, MJF is not your guy to hold the company because he's too fucking wild. And even though it's fun for us to watch what he's going to say, and he says the Vince things, and he says all this bullshit, and ooh, did you get that? Did you get that little jab? That's not the shit that builds fans. That keeps the old fans.
That keeps.
We've been fans since day one. What's going to build fans? A new guy, a guy that's maybe small like them, and it's the Brian. Ricky Starks is their Brian right now, and it's got to take years. It cannot be rushed. It'll get there.
I think that could be
And-
Garcia too. Garcia's got a
Well,
bright future.
I think Garcia has a great future too as a chaser.
Or
I
ROH
like Garcia.
I don't know what they're doing.
TV
with that.
champ.
I don't know
See,
what they're doing.
I also
Yeah, I
think
was
Max
thinking that-
Caster on his own could be good.
the thing with Starks about what the FTW thing was like, and being Hook is like, then he could say like, I'm going to take this to levels it's never
He already
been
did
before.
though. He already did. He made that. What he say?
And also
He did the promo where he said,
break away from
everybody
Taz,
said this was a noose. I turned it into a necktie. And that was so I was already like on the Starks train.
right.
That was when I bought my ticket.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Well,
when I said,
and
fuck this. I'm getting aboard this shit. This is good. He's a good talker. He's a good worker. I get it. It took me a while.
Yeah.
It did.
Same
Yeah,
here.
I'll admit it.
it,
It
yeah.
took me a while, but in 3 years, we can come back to this episode of We Like Wrestling Podcast and we can say I called this shit again, just like fucking 11 years ago or whatever, when I said Johnny Gargano is the fucking guy that everyone's going to love in years. And it happened.
I'm on the verge of being drunk right now. Jesus Christ. I don't know what whiskey you get, but
everybody say their four.
no, Joe.
I got mine on.
Well, my last
Jesus Christ.
tag team is Edge and Christian.
I have Edge and
That's
Christian
good
as well.
Yeah, that's good.
For all
From
the 5-second pose, all that
the
stuff.
Brood,
Yeah.
TLC matches. Does that include singles matches?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Well,
even Christian in
That's a 2 for
TNA.
1.
Well, and
Yeah.
and that's why, like, when you said about that, I had put like the Rockers and Heart Foundation.
It's fantasy. Everything can count. It doesn't matter. None
Well-
of this matters. All the points are made up. None of this matters.
Well,
Whose line is it anyway?
I originally put Rockers and Heart Foundation on
Oh
my
yeah,
thing,
that'd be
but then I
dumb.
thought
Yeah.
I have Sean and Brett on my list, so
Yeah.
I don't need them. So like, let me replace them with somebody else.
3 pay-per-views.
Yeah. So I started with X7. I don't give a fuck. It's fucking awesome.
I too have a WrestleMania, but not that.
Joe.
Well, I have a WrestleMania too. I put WrestleMania 21.
Which
And
one's 21?
That's the Money in the Bank.
First time Hollywood.
Well, first Money in the
That
Bank.
is JBL and Cena, or is that Cena
Yes.
and Big Show?
No, JBL.
That's
Cena.
the
that's the WWE Championship.
that's the Cena and Batista fucked up the finish for the Rumble.
yes.
Okay,
That is Punk.
that's thumbs up, thumbs down.
I believe
Batista?
that's Punk riding out on the car,
Oh yeah.
or is that 22? I don't know. But
That's
that's
no, that's 22. That's 22.
21 is JBL Cena
Okay.
as the main event. It is also
Hunter Batista.
And
No.
Triple H. I mean, not
It's
Triple H.
no, yeah,
It's Undertaker Orton.
no.
No.
Well, yes.
Oh, or is it Undertaker and fucking Kane?
No, that's 20.
Oh,
What's your favorite pay-per-view? So you should know what's on.
Well, I put it for that.
I think it is
put that
Orton.
one because it was
Undertaker
the
Orton.
first time that they went Hollywood, so it was all the little vignettes and stuff to build up to it. I thought those were super entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Was that the court commercials?
the what?
The court when they were in court.
Well,
Yeah,
there was one of them. One of them was the court.
Spoofing movies.
Oh my
like-
god, I can't. The court. It's fucking A Few Good Men. You
Yeah.
dipshit.
What is
It's-
that?
Oh my god.
It's a movie.
It's the You Can't Handle the Truth.
Yeah, I've heard that, but
Of course you fucking have. It's A Few Good Men.
Eddie and Booker for like Pulp Fiction.
They also did Taxi Driver. What the
Talking
what?
to me?
Yeah. What else did they do?
Braveheart.
Braveheart. Yeah. God
Yeah.
damn it, Jared.
But
okay, so
Booker T won a 30-man battle royal. Ray beat Eddie.
Oh, it's Ray and Eddie. That's not custody. That was SummerSlam.
No, that's just a regular
Oh,
match.
SummerSlam.
Edge-
So it probably built to SummerSlam.
Edge
Yeah.
beat Jericho, Shelton,
that was the Money in the Bank.
He Who Shall Not Be Named, Christian and Kane in the Money in the Bank.
Who's
Benoit.
Oh,
Taker beat Orton.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people we can't talk about. in
Trish
WWE.
beat Christy Hemme. Kurt Angle beat Sean.
Oh, that was
That
Sexy
one-
Boy.
30 minutes. Akibono beat
I'm
Big
just
Show.
a sexy Kurt.
Oh, that was the sumo
Sexy
match.
Kurt.
Cena beat JBL and Batista beat Hunter. That's
Yeah.
your
But-
WrestleMania
That's
21.
thumbs up, thumbs down.
I also put it on there because that was Hogan had one in the Hall of Fame the night before, and Hassan came out and was attacking.
Oh, that was that.
Eugene, and like that pop that Hogan got when he came out.
You know why I put X7? You know what the best match at X7 was?
X Factor being on? No.
Celebrity.
I
Battle
got
Royal.
everything. It's not a celebrity battle royal.
It was a gimmick battle. royal.
Although they are celebrities, every single one of them, including the Goon. Gimmick battle royal. Yeah.
What's your favorite pay-per-view?
That's what
It's
I
not
just looked-
favorite pay-per-view.
One that you would watch.
I just looked this up, and before WrestleMania, it said they had an 8-man tournament. Winner got to go against JBL at WrestleMania. You guys anyone remember that?
No, I don't remember anything from that era.
Cena beat Orlando Jordan.
That was the time when I thought indie wrestling meant I used to go on like wrestling forums on AOL.com
Hey, you got
Dial
that.
up.
and I used to think indie meant Indian, like from India. And I was like, why would I give a fuck about anybody? Like I don't watch that. I
We're
miss
on an
so-
Indian revolution.
I watch so much. No, not Indian, not Native American or indigenous people. I mean India, people
I
from
know.
India. But I thought why is that like? There's like there was WWE and there was indie. I was like, why is wrestling that big in India?
Booker T beat Eddie. Kurt Angle beat Rey Mysterio. Undertaker and Rene Dupree was a double count out.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
What?
That was a double count out in the first
Undertaker
round.
wrestled Rene Dupree at a Mania?
No, this
No,
was
no.
on SmackDown's leading up to. They had a tournament.
Was that was
Oh.
Poodle Rene Dupree, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been.
And then Cena beat Booker. Kurt Angle got a bye, and then Cena beat Kurt. So that's how Cena got there.
Oh, Batista technically won the Rumble, didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah. Thumbs up,
Yeah.
thumbs down. Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
I picked Survivor Series 1988. I went old school.
That's very cool
Nice,
though. That's
yeah.
that's a fun one because that's when they used to do. Like I know it
Teams
sucks.
of
That's when it was 10 tag teams.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Richard hates that because it's like you don't see nothing.
They
There's
don't.
bodies everywhere.
And at least the next year they elevated the camera so you could see. But yeah, the first one you don't see shit.
And then they cut it down to 4 and 4.
Was it?
So yeah. That's the one where the Conquistadors made it to the end.
Yeah.
That's the double
Conquistadores.
switch with
Yep.
Powers
First,
Made
first,
Demolition.
first appearance of Edge and Christian.
My first one is WrestleMania 20.
Okay,
I think
WrestleMania
that's
20
your era. That's your era.
is Jericho Christian.
X7 was like the
It's-
end of my era.
It's Eddie winning the belt.
I want to defend Austin's heel turn, by the way, but go on.
Yeah. Was that 17 or 19?
The heel turn?
That was 17 because
It's 17.
19 was the end.
Hey,
Okay.
I have no question
Okay.
about the pay-per-view I chose. I know everything about that pay-per-view.
20.
I know that Kane, Big Show, and Raven almost cut the power to the entire building.
the golf
Yeah.
cart.
On, like the third match on the card.
20 was Jericho and Christian. That was fighting
Ooh.
over Trish.
Yeah.
That was Eddie winning the belt. That was Benoit
So
winning
which
the belt.
one was
That never happened.
what was Jericho Hunter? Was that Jericho Sean, was that 19?
Yes,
At 2 Brite?
yes.
That one? Okay.
Because that was also Brock and Angle.
Oh, okay.
According to the
fuck.
encyclopedia, it says Triple H lost his belt in a triple threat match with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And
That's
Steve
all it
Evans,
says.
But yeah, it was also Cena winning his first WWE title.
the US title.
The
from
US title.
Big Show?
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, that was a lot of like favorite memorable moments.
I pick X7 because I think that the Austin heel turn worked, and I hate that people say it didn't. I think it was perfect. How else do you turn Austin heel but aligning him with his longtime foe?
Yeah.
He sold out. He took the money and
What?
sold out to Vince.
Goldberg Brock is on that.
Fuck Goldberg, bro.
WrestleMania 20.
Oh yeah. I fuck that match.
And
Stone Cold was also the guest ref.
yeah. And people give out about him joining the alliance, but why wouldn't he
Baker
join the
Kane.
alliance? He was part of WCW and ECW before this, and he hates Vince McMahon. So he lures Vince McMahon into a false sense of security by joining him at WrestleMania, knowing that in the future he is going to turn on him and fuck him over and make WCW and ECW prominent. Why doesn't that work? Why do people hate that? I don't understand it. Do people
No.
not understand that?
They don't get it.
That,
That's
like, do they
why.
not get that Austin was in WCW and ECW
He was
before
never
there?
much of a face. He never was like a slap hands kind of guy. Anyway,
Yeah.
he never was.
I don't know. I wanted to get that off my chest. So my other one is Halloween Havoc 92. We've talked about how much I love this fucking
Yeah.
pay-per-view. It's my favorite. Spin the wheel, make the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
was
that the one
Jake's-
with Ray and Eddie?
Jake's only pay per view appearance.
Look, I
1992.
don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Don't give me any more whiskey.
Joe, your next one.
No, it is not the one with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. They're fucking sucking on their mom's tits at this point.
Okay.
I don't think that's true, but
That was 96, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it's spin the wheel, make the deal.
Jake and Sting.
Jake and Sting.
and Jake's
It's
only he was in WCW
Barbarian.
for like 3 months.
It's Barbarian and Ron Simmons with the promos of Barbarian doing push-ups and Cactus Jack breaking cinder blocks with a sledgehammer on his back.
Swinging a sledgehammer like you're supposed to.
Yeah, the real way to swing sledgehammer.
I think we need to review a WCW pay per view for me to watch WCW.
We talked about this on a
We did
previous.
review this one.
Yeah, we
didn't
reviewed this episode.
Did
this,
we?
This Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, it was like our
Okay.
4th episode.
Yeah, exactly. God damn it.
Joe.
Mine next one was the Royal Rumble 2004.
Oh, curveball. 2 Royal Rumbles? Okay. 2004. Who wins that?
Benoit.
Nobody.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
So
never happened.
That was in Philly,
I hate
wasn't it?
that, like Royal Rumbles are by year, but WrestleManias are by number. I can't fucking put them together.
Actually, he doesn't want. Well, Vince didn't want Manias to have numbers anymore. It's just WrestleMania. It's supposed to
I mean,
be.
I would
everybody
rather that.
still
I would
knows the
rather
numbers.
WrestleMania 2019 than WrestleMania 37.
37.
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point it's like
'Cause
WrestMania
exactly,
103.
I
Like,
can't
what do you get up
fucking,
to?
especially when you have the same main event for like 18 years.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Crock and
shit.
Roman.
Well, he wanted to be one of those like 20 years from now, it's just WrestleMania.
I don't know though.
It's like one of,
I
like-
do like the whole like. I remember WrestleMania 10. I know what WrestleMania 10 is.
Yeah.
You know, and Super Bowl. Like people know Super Bowl numbers. The Super Bowl, whatever.
Yeah, even I don't remember
10
after a while they blur,
when the Green Bay Packers beat the
Steelers-
Chicago Bears.
Steelers beat the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't fucking know.
I
Let's
do.
see.
Was this the last time the Cowboys were actually in a fucking Super Bowl?
No, they lost 13 to the Steelers as well,
But yeah,
but they won
that
30.
makes sense.
I-
But that was in Philly too, wasn't it?
It was in Philly.
Yeah.
We had actually went to it,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, not
Wes
just the
was
fact
supposed
that
to
we
go, but his
we
mom
won.
won't let him go because it was snowing and it was bad weather.
So
So
I
Wes
took
didn't go.
Wes's ticket
So we took Wes's spot.
last minute. Like I got a
Damn.
call. Do you want to go to the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, we were all set
Yeah.
to go, and Wes's mom, because Wes was still under 18 at the time. So
Yeah, you can't.
His-
What are you gonna do?
his mom was like, "No, I don't trust it in the bad weather and stuff."
What are you gonna
But
do?
I mean,
It's
they
fine.
had some good matches on
Did
the
you get to
undercard.
see-
It was Triple H and Shawn,
Didn't get to see who shall not be
and then
named.
the Rumble itself, because it started with Benoit and Orton. They were 1 and 2,
Oh,
and it went the whole I think until number 20, and then
Foley.
came out.
He
beat
attacked
up
Test. Yeah.
and came out and eliminated.
That also led to
Then we
Goldberg
also
and
met
Brock.
Foley that
Yeah.
night afterwards.
Because Brock came out and eliminated Goldberg.
Yeah.
No, Goldberg was in the stands. Goldberg attacked Brock. I think he eliminated Brock.
One of those, yeah. I had the same thing. I had Royal Rumble 2004.
oh, okay.
Royal Rumble 2000.
That is Rock putting over
That's when Big Show won.
Big Show and Big Show.
Big Show.
Big Show's feet hit first, but they still
No.
say the Rock won.
Yeah,
The Rock
the Rock one.
And
but
then we went to
Triple H and
the
Cactus Jack.
What's the McMahon's in every corner?
Yeah, that was
WrestleMania
WrestleMania 16.
2000.
Yeah.
When you tell me Royal Rumbles, tell me where it goes in
Yeah.
WrestleMania, because then
See,
I can.
you say 2000, and that's what it was called, but I know it as 16.
Yeah. Which is weird. 'cause,
WrestleMania
we-
2000 was called WrestleMania 2000. I
It
know
was.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
there was no
funny that
singles
we were
matches.
just talking about why don't you give it a year?
Yeah. But that was that was the street fight.
Yeah, Triple H and
Supposedly
Foley.
Foley's last match in 2000.
But then they had a cell match
Yeah,
at some
but-
point.
That's 'cause they
he
put-
was also at WrestleMania.
That was that was
Hunter trying. He wanted them reinstated, wasn't it?
Dudley's and Hardy's in a table match. That's
Yep.
when Jeff jumped off the
Yeah,
car.
everybody thinks that's TLC, but it's not.
That's the
Yeah.
car.
Yep, the car is a tables match.
And I think the match you were talking about is this. It was Hardcore Jericho and China for the IC.
Could have been.
No, he was talking about two belts. No, I remember what he's talking about. I don't remember
Well,
hardcore.
This
being
was
in
a
it.
triple threat. It was Hardcore Jericho and China for the IC.
I do remember that. Didn't we review this?
Yes.
You might have, yeah.
But mostly for that Triple H match and
I
the
agree.
Rumble. Yeah.
It is good.
That is also Kurt Angle and Taz.
It is the
The
I didn't
Taz
tap
debut.
out thing. Yeah,
That was
Passed
one of the
out.
biggest pops.
yeah. Burner. So my third is gonna be fucking weird.
And it was Foley took Jericho's place in that one.
No.
No. Foley took Jericho's place at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, WrestleMania
yeah, yeah.
2000.
Well, he's talking about Royal
A
Rumble.
one in every corner.
Yeah.
Jericho was on the poster, and then he was out
Yeah.
of it.
NXT Takeover Philly.
Mm.
It is Gargano Andrade.
Oh,
Nice.
It
No,
was
that
so
WrestleMania.
good.
Hardcore was in a battle royal for the Hardcore Championship. So that
I'm
was,
talking about Rumble.
Where he said Rumble.
Rumble
You're looking at
2000.
the Mania.
yeah, we're the wrong one.
Yes. NXT Takeover Philly, Andrade and Gargano.
Nice.
It is it's such a good match. I think it was such a good feud too.
Andrade had good matches too. Him and Drew had good matches.
Yeah.
He was a good worker.
Yes, very much so.
His lack of English holds him back.
I don't think so.
Well, I think in WWE it did.
In WWE, in Vince's WWE, it did.
Same thing, they held back like Sin Cara.
Andrade should have been Eddie, the current Eddie,
No,
but
he should have been the current Del Rio. He should have been the
Well,
non-coked
yes.
up Del Rio.
the non-abusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, last one.
Obviously, Royal Rumble 92.
And is that your other
Yeah.
one, John? Yeah, of course. it
Greatest
is.
Rumble of all time.
It is, but I already have Flair, so technically I have that Rumble. Nothing else on that show is good.
But, I mean, besides just Flair having won it, like all
It's the
stuff-
promo.
all this, well,
It's
With
the
a tear in
promo.
my eye.
that too, but
This is the greatest moment of my life. You've had all of your children at this point.
like, yeah.
You fucking cunt.
But like just all the star power that was in
It
that
is-
Rumble.
I
too.
always love so in this Royal Rumble, Flair gets to feud with people, gets to
Interact.
I was gonna say touch, but I hate that.
Every person who comes in
weird.
goes after him.
It's and there's a
people that he's
secondary
had.
the secondary gimmick of Roddy Piper can win 2 belts in one night.
Right.
He
that
wins
too.
the IC, and now he's in the Royal Rumble to win the world title. At that time, obviously we look back and go, well, he doesn't fucking win it. But at the time, that's a fucking huge. It's Roddy Piper. This guy is a megastar. Maybe they might put it on him, and he'll have 2 belts, and he'll be the fucking jerking
The other
off
thing
my
that gets that
fist.
bubble over, Bobby Heenan.
I was just going to say that.
Bobby
It's
Heenan.
not
His
fair to Flair. It's
commentary.
not fair to Flair. This isn't fair to Flair.
And then like
You
like
skirt wearing sissy.
yeah, like somebody would help him, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
wait, way to go!" And then as soon as he hits Flair, like, "You son of a bitch!"
Yes. So the biggest one is Flair gets to touch with Kerry Von Erich, which never happened in WWE, but is a huge gimmick anywhere else. You know.
And if you know their history, it's like,
Mhm.
oh wow, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
My last pay-per-view is All In
That's a good one.
because that introduced me to so many people,
It did,
uh,
including me. I gave you
That's
your
true.
CM Punk figure that night.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I met Justin, to be honest.
I don't think we have met. I don't think we were friends yet. Like we were like I had known that you were John's nephew.
Yeah,
I think we met. I don't think I knew you.
but that introduced
Did
me
we,
to
I don't think,
Hangman.
did we all bowl together or something? We haven't-
Not before that. I don't
No.
think.
No,
that I don't remember
I
that.
think that opened that up though.
Yeah.
You,
Whenever I got
we both
allergic
like
to the
wrestling,
dog, I
but,
was really allergic to your
Oh
dog.
yeah, yeah.
but that introduced me to like Hangman, Ethan Page, Kenny. I knew of Kenny, but I never really saw anything.
First
of
time I
him.
think we saw Ray Phoenix.
Yeah,
Wasn't he in that?
Don't say we. Don't
Penta?
group me in with your
Wait,
bullshit.
Wait,
Penta.
No. I think
Um,
that was my first. Ray was on that show dressed as Wolverine.
The Young Bucks for me.
That was your first? No, you saw Jen
I
Me.
knew of them.
You saw Jen
This
Me.
is
though.
I knew of them.
and they were on Raw that one episode.
To be honest, I knew of them, but after that, I looked their stuff up.
The same way Bro Keller was on Raw.
Bro Keller,
Yeah.
man,
I don't know who that is, but-
congratulations!
He's a
man.
love guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Where
the
was Raw?
current
Raw was in
PPW
Pennsylvania?
champion.
That was
Washington, D.C.
Washington.
DC, yeah.
So close.
I think he's the current PPW champion.
I think so.
But
Maybe.
good for you, man. He was
Yeah.
so fucking excited.
Did he wrestle as his name or did they give him something else?
No, they said
It was
Bro
a
Keller.
typo.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he-
Well, I'm
It
sure
was-
they don't want.
It was Bo.
Literally, he wrestled though after Riddle's segment. It's like, how do you? I'm surprised they didn't change his name because how do you call somebody bro after the fucking
Well,
bro segment?
Yeah, it said Bo.
did he?
Yeah.
he was just a jobber.
B-E-A-U-X.
He jobbed
He
to
was-
Veer,
Veer. Yeah.
but man, when Veer put him over the ropes, he fucking flew
Yeah,
over those ropes.
he really, yeah, he
Hey, he
Good.
was trying to get a
He
job.
also
hey.
wrestled on AEW too.
He did,
so
yeah.
He's getting him. He's
Remember,
getting
James
himself out there.
Ellsworth was a one-shot jobber.
And he made it. Hey,
Uh,
everybody got a chance with two fights.
So-
fuck was his
Chance with
gimmick?
2 hands.
Yeah,
So the two movies with wrestlers in it.
sisters.
What the hell is that?
That's the one. That's the one.
John Cena plays a drug
is
dealer.
a drug dealer.
He's got tags all tatted up.
What the hell?
Everybody always calls me for drugs, but nobody asks how I'm feeling.
I've never seen
No
that.
one ever cares about
fucking
me.
good.
I've never seen that.
Yeah,
Tina
it's
Fey
good.
and
Amy Poehler. It's fucking good, man. It's really good. It's-
I do want to see it. I've never seen
It's
it.
his second best movie, and he's only in it for like 5 minutes. Joe,
Joe?
I went with the wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
there. So I would say that that's not true, but there are wrestlers in it,
Yeah.
and specifically Ernest Miller.
Another
But
guy.
there are other. No, there's a lot of other guys.
Yeah.
Necro Butcher's in
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was thinking. The guy
Glenn
from-
Osborne, who I fucking love, took a piss next to. Once,
Jim
as a kid.
Powers is in it. He's like
Yeah,
one of
there's
the
a couple
Yeah,
guys in
yeah.
it. So yes,
Avengers
that is-
Infinity
that
War.
is such a good.
Is that Batista?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's Batista.
Well, I like the Marvel movies.
That's
I don't get it.
It's had a wrestler in it.
I
It's
went
not
with
Fast and Furious.
I went with an action and a comedy.
Did you say Fast and Furious?
No,
Okay.
The Rundown.
Is that the one with Sean William Scott?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's The Rock.
Okay. That
That is also kind of an
That
action
one's-
and a comedy.
that
but
one's okay. So that's when Sean William Scott is like a prisoner.
Yes.
And he's transported. That was okay.
Yeah.
So at least you didn't say Scorpion King.
No.
That was terrible. My other one is Trainwreck.
Trainwreck. Cena.
Cena plays the gay guy.
You like
Fucking
Cena
hate
movies?
Cena, but when he is a small character, he's fucking phenomenal.
And he's funny. I mean, give it
He
to him.
is so.
I not gonna lie.
I will eat your dick.
Not gonna lie. I had the Marine, but then I
Mark Wahlberg.
Got
It looked
rid
like
of
they ate Mark Wahlberg.
Listen, Coco Beware. What's my favorite one is the fucking You can find me outside. Locate me. I'll be the closest one on Grinder. That's gay. I love that. She's like in the theater with her. She's like, that's gay.
I like Amy Schumer too.
I liked Amy Schumer. I think she got a little full and then kind of fell off. She had the Sarah Silverman go get, and then she just couldn't keep it.
You should check out Peacemaker. You'd like
I've never seen it. It's on HBO, right?
Yeah.
HBO Max. Yeah.
Is it a movie or a show?
It's
It's a show. Like,
Weekly
he's
show.
like,
Well, you should have told me that last week when I was sick and had nothing to do but watch
I'm
it.
sorry.
I like the part where
I don't know if I have HBO anymore. I don't
when
remember.
Cena and her are having sex, and she's like, "Tell me about the first time you saw me." I didn't what did they say?
They did something about like
Just
like
describe
so
some
you
other
mean
guy.
from
Yeah.
behind and you look
Yeah.
like a dude.
yeah, you look like a dude from behind.
Joe.
So surprisingly, my two favorite movies
John
with wrestlers in
Cena.
them
John Cena.
are with John Cena, but it's only as
Comedy
supporting roles.
movies.
He was good in blockers too.
Blockers was good.
Fuck
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
blockers.
Blockers.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
It's cock blockers.
Cock blockers, but they can't say cock, so they just say
Yeah.
blockers.
It's
He
like
plays a
parents.
dad.
It's parents, but they
They're
cock
they're
block.
trying to
their
stop their
kids.
kids from having
Uh,
sex.
I don't think I saw it.
Leslie Mann and I.
That's
don't
a
know
good
who the
one.
other guy is.
Yeah, Cena
think I saw
plays.
it.
He's dumb as hell.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it at all.
Mine is one from the '80s, Body Slam.
I thought about putting Mr. Nanny because I did love that when I was a kid.
Roddy Piper.
Body Slam is good, yeah.
Tonga Kid. Is
It's
it?
no, it's terrible.
It's
But
awful.
all 80s movies are terrible.
I have
That's the point.
Avengers Endgame.
Oh my god, you went with two
Two
Marvel
Avengers
movies?
games? Oh,
Why not?
God.
They're great.
Jesus Christ, they're not. Are
They're like
they? though?
Star Wars. I can watch them a million times.
But are they great movies? You would want to watch them constantly.
I would watch them when I'm not watching the matches.
Okay.
So I had the rundown. My other one is The Longest Yard.
That's a good one.
We've got a lot of wrestlers in it.
Adam Sandler. It
It's
has
got
Goldberg,
Khali.
Goldberg is in
Khali,
it.
Kevin Nash,
Yeah.
Stone Cold,
I never saw it.
Goldberg.
I never saw it.
It
Yeah.
is really good.
It's good.
It's
I
Adam
like
Sandler, but
Yeah, and Burt Reynolds.
yeah.
Sexy ass Burt Reynolds.
So
Big-
I
big,
have like
sexy, and-
somewhat action comedy, but then also comedy.
Yeah, no, those are two good picks. I like those.
Kevin Nash takes that hormone. He's like a woman.
Yeah.
His nipples are
Nobody
sensitive.
picked
Any of the Rock
any
movies.
of the WWE movies.
Nobody picked the
Marine movies or
but nobody picked
See No
the
Evil. or
David
Kick
Arquette
Dead.
movie.
oh, Ready to Rumble.
Yeah,
Oh well, so technically I could have picked Scream.
that is true.
Oh shit! All
David
right,
Arquette.
cut. We're redoing this.
David Arquette
David
is a
Arquette
wrestler.
is a
Honorable
wrestler.
mention. You can put that in there.
I really, when everything gets settled, I want to bring David Arquette in.
I would love to, for multiple reasons. All right, we're at number one. We are at our single.
Company.
What is your desert island company? Promotion, whatever you want to call it. I have an obvious pick. I think everybody knows what I'm going to pick.
ROH.
No, WCW.
Okay.
I liked WCW.
That's the whole history.
Yeah.
So that includes up to the SM when he
It's
sucks.
from the moment they become WCW to the moment they sell to Vince.
Joe,
I went with WWE.
same here. I've been
Yeah,
watching it
Raw,
since I'm 5.
SmackDown, NXT.
What do you think I went with?
NXT.
TNA.
Really?
Wow.
Just TNA.
TNA.
Not Impact.
Because I can get my kick out of the favorite wrestlers, the tag teams.
And a midget beating off in a trash can.
TNA.
Which is this week's subject of My World. But so we need to get Conrad on the phone because we promote My World more than anybody else.
For me, I really enjoyed TNA. There was a point where I liked TNA more than
I like
WWE.
TNA too, yeah.
I like
from-
it with Kurt Angle, Booker T,
Angle,
Yeah.
Stings.
Angle,
Christian.
Christian,
Yeah.
AJ.
Yeah.
That was the prime
Samoa Joe,
TNA.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once
So-
those guys started to leave, I stopped watching.
Yes, there will be terrible, god awful matches, but
That's fun to watch.
Shark
it's
Boy.
something different.
Shark Boy was
There's
fun.
a midget beating off in a trash can.
I
Curry
I
Man.
remember most of WWE.
Eric Young sitting on Santa Claus's lap.
Eric Young's son.
Don't
I
fire
don't-
me on his shoes.
Um,
Don't
Don't
no,
fire Eric.
Eric
Don't
Bischoff's
fire Eric.
son. I am gone, by the way.
Garrett?
Jesus Christ.
Garrett
Um,
Bischoff.
Garrett.
But
That's
like
late,
I
man.
remember most of WWE.
And Wes Briscoe.
TNA I enjoyed. I feel like I would get more excitement out of watching TNA again.
It is.
Especially
fun.
early
Six
X
Sides of
Division.
Steel.
Yeah.
The Elix Skipper spot. That's the only thing TNA
That is
does.
true. Walk in the cage.
Yeah.
And everyone just stands underneath.
It's not even that good. It's not even that good. He almost misses.
Christian as world champ. Jeff Jarrett,
R-Truth was a world
our
champ.
truth. Jeff Hardy. I liked Jeff Hardy in that time.
A football
Pac-Man
player.
Jones.
Football player.
Pac-Man
Mr.
Jones.
wasn't allowed to wrestle.
Mr. Anderson as champion.
Mister.
You also get aces and eights.
Yeah.
Which we could.
But you get Prime AJ, Prime Samoa Joe, Motor City Machine Guns.
Bobby Roode.
Yeah. Bobby
I
Lashley.
agree. I'm not. You
Sammy
don't have to
Callahan.
defend it.
Yeah.
I think they're
Yeah.
good.
No,
Because I think
that was a good
TNA
pick.
still considers Impact.
I think
It's
as long
like-
as you don't pick Wrestling Society X, you're good.
I think Impact honors TNA's
Impact is
legacy.
still part of TNA.
I think they'll
but
say
it's not. You don't get Impact. You don't get all that.
you want to get to Dixie Carter years.
Yeah.
When
you
she's
don't, you don't
gone.
get Bobby Lashley. You
Oh,
don't
good.
get
So I
Drew.
get left off on a fucking.
You don't get Moose, who's there now.
I get Hogan.
You get Hogan leaving and Hurt holding onto his leg.
You also get
That's right. I mean, my finish. I picked WCW. My finish is Vince McMahon shitting on the company.
Shane McMahon's in the ring. Yeah.
That's true.
The contract does say McMahon, but it says Shane McMahon. You fucking terrible overactor.
And the worst working punches.
The worst.
They don't even hit half the time.
I thought Taker's was terrible.
Do I save WCW or do I?
Why was Hogan with the Alliance? Or not Hogan.
Hogan was not. with
Jesus
any of
Christ, I am gone. Stone Cold.
he used to work
we not
for
just talk about this?
WCW and
that. Did
ECW.
we? Does he
I know
listen to
he-
anything I say?
I know he worked for ECW and WCW, but he was,
Because he could stick it to the guy that he was trying to stick it to for fucking ever. Jesus Christ, we just covered this.
They feuded for years.
oh Jesus Christ.
He hated Vince McMahon. He worked for WCW and ECW. What
wasn't
better
that-
way to fuck over the guy that you hate the most, but to make him trust you at X7
But-
when you just bought this company? I'm going to lead you. I'm going to take all your guys. I'm going to lead them into a fucking victory. And then I'm going to fucking screw you and turn my back.
I was
on
gonna
you.
say, wasn't that after he joined McMahon?
Yeah. False sense of security.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
no
whiskey
more
is strong.
alcohol for him during the podcast.
Black
Well,
cherry whiskey.
It is
Oh,
his
God.
podcast.
It's like he doesn't listen to me.
Listen, I don't know.
I drank that, and this also has vodka in it. So
To be fair, I don't know. I've been
To be
Really?
fair.
really lightweight lately. I don't know. I don't know what next week's topic will be. We'll figure that out. But
We haven't done a tournament in a while, so
we haven't reviewed anything in a while either.
How
Sure.
about I don't know. I'm blanking.
We can either do a review or Actually, I'll post a poll. See what people want us to review.
Sure.
Um,
Ask Jamie.
yeah, Jamie Fox. Whatever.
Or review more wrestling figures and talk about LJs.
Fake LJNs. WWE in general has been getting better a lot lately.
For now.
With Triple H in charge of
Hopefully it stays
creative.
that course.
Impact is getting more popular again, which is great to see. They sold out whatever arena they were recently at.
I did see that Alex Shelley cut a really good promo after his match with Josh Alexander, saying that Josh Alexander was saying that there are a lot of Alex Shelley clones in the
that was a really
Current
good match.
current wrestling world. And there may be a lot of Alex Shelley clones, but Alex Shelley said there's only one. Oh shit! What does he call himself? Ultimate Weapon or something like that.
He's with MLW too, isn't he?
Who?
Alex Shelley.
No, it was just one off. He's with TNA.
Also, GCW has been getting more
Ryan
popular.
Garcia's gone on.
That should have been me.
GCW has been getting more popular.
I really want to go to a GCW
So
show.
do I.
I know
Seth Rollins was
some of
apparently
our
backstage
friends-
of GCW.
and Miz.
And Miz.
Yeah.
I mean, he walked past Cardona and
Some of our
Friends.
friends.
Miz and Cardona are buddies.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that was Moxley versus Effie. So
Seth Rollins was there to support
Did you,
Mox.
did you see where Cardona was dressed up like Macho Man?
Yeah,
that's how
that
they
was
did
the
it.
wedding.
So they were
And then-
renewing their
Yeah,
vows.
yeah, I know.
And then Nick Gage came out and,
With a pizza
and
cutter.
bloodied him out. Yeah.
We also
Yeah.
talked about going to the death matches, and then COVID hit. So
Well, GCW,
I think with
has death
GCW going on,
matches.
yeah,
No, I know, but I mean, we talk about doing that,
Yeah.
and then COVID hit, and then we didn't get to go.
GCW is deathmatch now. I think.
Well, yeah, sort of, but it's also a mix.
That's
of
why they don't come
everything.
to PA because PA sucks.
Yeah. But yes, I would really like to go to one.
Atlantic City is the closest.
We have a lot of friends that go to them.
Antonio and Brian and
yes.
Vox and but GCW is gaining more popularity.
I think GCW is the top indie right now. So I think it goes WWE,
AEW,
AEW/ROH, TNA, and then GCW.
I never got
GCW might be. I'm sorry, I say TNA, but I mean Impact, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a safe.
They may be slightly over.
I never got to experience an ECW show, so going to GCW would be my ECW fix. We always talked about going to death matches. Unfortunately,
ECW wasn't only about death matches.
Yeah, no, but unfortunately,
I went to ECW in Hamburg and in Reading, and they were not only. It's not all hardcore.
Unfortunately, when we were in Delaware, we missed what was it, CZW
Tournament of Death.
Yeah. So GCW would be cool to see.
It would be.
We get Mox.
They
We
do
get
Tournament of Survival.
Yeah. Mox, Effie. Who else is that? Cardona.
Maybe we'll even see Slack. He
Contr-
probably doesn't remember me, but I actually went to a. So he was in a metal band called Eat the Turnbuckle. I don't know if he still is.
like
and
Dirty Animal Steel.
Hence the name.
Yeah, sort of. And yes, all of their songs were wrestling based.
Cool.
And I went to see him in Philly, and we actually ended up talking to him. He probably doesn't remember, obviously. It's just one night, but yeah. So I I met Slack at his old band.
I don't know who that is, or Effie. I don't know who that is either.
Effie is.
Look him up.
Yeah,
That's all I can say.
Yeah. I think he's Dalton Castle to the next level.
Effie, I've
Sure.
heard of. The other one I didn't know. I don't know.
But we got Control Your Narrative coming up. What is that, November?
November 4th, I think it is.
Outbreak, September 17th at the
Yes.
Hamburg Fieldhouse. Can't wait to be back. Can't wait to sweat my ass off again.
Maybe not in September. Not
Uh,
as much.
CZW is coming to Philly.
That is, please,
We
this
got
weekend.
fucking Matt Quay and Ian Bush.
Matt Quay versus Ian Bush at the museum, or no, the library. What is it? Where the Rocky statue is.
Yeah. Museum?
Natural History Museum.
They are doing it. They are setting up a
CZW.
ring outside of that. They are having a CZW show this weekend, August 20th. Go check them out.
Also,
Oh my
August
goodness.
20th is Lancaster.
Yeah,
Clipper
that's it.
Stadium.
Clipper Stadium.
Alberto,
Yep.
RVD.
RVD.
I'm sure
I'll be
Ian Bush will be at both.
Ricardo.
I don't know about. I don't think so.
Oh,
Maybe.
Santino Morella's going to be there.
Yeah. Outbreak. We got A Night to Remember 2 coming up in October. That is
October.
where all of our PA independent wrestling promotions come
Get
together.
for one night of
CCW, Outbreak, PPW. What else is there? There's a couple other ones I'm
Not
not too
RCW,
familiar
though.
with. I think maybe Schuylkill County,
SWO.
Rob.
maybe. Yeah. CCW,
CCW,
yes.
CCW.
Outbreak, PPW. There's going to be a ton of surprises there, I'm sure. There's going to be a ton of people to meet.
We have a table there.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
we'll be selling
there.
stuff.
Come say hi.
We'll be selling stuff about Outbreak as well. If you're a regular, come say hi
Or
as
just come say
always.
hi. Yeah.
You
You don't have to buy anything.
September, October.
Stuff is free.
Control Your Narrative is November. Something AEW is somewhere around there. I don't know.
In
Also,
Philly.
Extreme Rules is
AEW
coming to
September.
Philly.
Extreme Rules is in
29th.
October,
Oh yeah, yeah.
And there's a house show in Allentown.
November.
I don't know.
Like I always say,
If
there's
you had an 11-year-old son, you would.
there's
Yeah.
a great time to be a wrestling fan. You got everything at your
You
disposal.
can't complain. Just watch what you enjoy.
There's more now than there ever was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I had
There's
to wait till they came to Hershey or Philly.
YouTube, cable, Peacock, HBO, I'm sure. David Arquette is launching a promotion. Man, there's everything. If you love wrestling, just watch it. Don't argue about
Enjoy it.
it. Enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Like what you like.
We'll see you next week.
Later.
Later.
Is that wrestling show